we started off in 2014. It was a different problem statement around multi-cloud management, which we were doing. And 2017-18, we moved to a new problem statement that was primarily helping people learn technology better using hands-on skills. But then we got a few logos. We thought that we had cracked the way how to expand, but we could not go beyond a few logos. Working with Upekkha helped us unlock one specific thing, right? So when we get to Upekkha, they help us understand who is the persona we are selling to. So we thought we were actually selling to the L&D. However, we realized that the persona we are selling to is the delivery manager in an IT service organization. With this particular realization, we were able to shift our GTM strategies, and that has helped us to crack multiple logos in the last 2 years. So that, I think, about identifying the persona who you sell to is one key unlock which Upekkha has helped us do. When you say GTM, it usually depends on geography, our own goals on revenues and stuff. So one was the IT service, we consider it to be one of the verticals we sell to. That is primarily based in India. However, we were also looking to expand to the US. Right, and in the US, we had initially tried to do a go-to-market motion, which involved trying to call people out, send emails and stuff. That was not working out, right? Then in my conversations with Prasanna and team, he said that there is another company in the Upekkha cohort, which is Alma based, which is doing partner-led motion. So why don't you consider that, right? So that was another key unlock which got done for us. And we're glad to say that basis those discussions, we right now, because we focused on the partner-led initiatives for the US, we have 3 partners on board. The revenue has just started scaling in. We think that that's going to contribute immensely to our revenue growth in the next few years. Coming back to what Nuvepro works with the workforce in organizations which are IT services, global captive centers, tech-heavy organizations, wherever there's a large technical workforce is what is our sweet spot. And in the last 2.5 years, once AI started coming in, when we come to think that, or that's the most cliched statement you hear, right? Which is AI is going to write all the kind of code. So do you really need developers or not? And if we are not going to require developers or that persona, then who do we sell our solutions to? It becomes an existential thing for us. But then in discussing with the Upekkha folks, we realized that actually this is going to increase the personas we can actually talk to now. One is about most other people who we do not consider as developers, etc., could also be writing code, or I would say developing stuff. So that is a new set of people who we can sell to. But the biggest unlock, I think, is going to come from the fact that if there are certain tasks which the humans are doing, and that's what an agent takes up, how you are already evaluating whether a human is able to do it or not. But now the opportunity is to evaluate if the agent can do it, right? And now we're talking about each person having maybe tens of agents, hundreds of agents, etc., right? Which means that instead of me selling to one person, I can actually be selling 10x, 100x, or maybe 1000x. So the market has just become big for us. When you are doing something on your own, right? Which is you become an entrepreneur, you want to maybe take some idea you had to the market. What happens is you start trying to validate it with people who agree with you, or right now you just put that query into one of the chat GPT or Gemini or one of them, and most of the cases whatever you say, you are going to get an affirmation as the answer, right? Which means that you are going to be stuck in your own echo chamber for a very long time. And in order to break out from that echo chamber, you need to talk to a wider set of people, right? And that, I think, is the first unlock which Upekkha provides you, which is you get to hear unbiased views as well as a different perspective of what you were thinking, right? So which means that even before you have committed 10 steps into that particular journey, you will get chances to rethink about it, right? So that's the first unlock. The second thing is, every time it is not possible for you to be part and parcel of every conversation which is happening everywhere, right? You also learn a lot, when you're reading a book, basically don't know how it was written or when it was written. In the same way, when conversations happen in groups, in the Upekkha thing, right, whether it's a WhatsApp channel or it's a Slack, etc., you may not have been part of it, but just going through that entire thing gives you the fact that these things are all being discussed. Maybe this is applicable to you. So I think these are the 2 things. Firstly, it helps you from talking to your own echo chamber. And the second part is it helps you learn from other people's journeys and then maybe apply it to your own. So yeah, these are the 2 things which I would say Upekkha helps you.